Just recently we met with the leader of the residence board who told us that she met a guy in the estate whose wife died about 8 years ago, and he's been raising his daughter by himself, and he's actually through an accident had to stop working. And he just shared about how he felt so safe because the Salvation Army were his neighbours, lived nearby and looked after his daughter with the youth club and also helped him practically as well. And that really hits home to us how people are just learning to trust us and to know that we're on their side and we're here for them. I think one of the myths about being a part of something like this is it's always exciting, it's always riveting, and it's about real life. It's about living in an area, it's about having meals with friends and neighbours, it's about going about your daily life, but the difference is that you feel you have a purpose.
There's a guy that lives down my street called Michael, and he's a retired guy, and yeah, you know, it was really difficult to get to know him at first because he was very, very closed and very, very off with everyone. But you know, over the 2.5 years I've been there, I've just really been able to spend time with him, and you know, regularly just go around for a coffee now and just let him know that, you know, the world isn't such a bad place and that there are people out there who care. There are a lot of stories that I could tell you about Beeston, and probably the other Neo teams could tell you the same. But I think probably the best thing to do is just to come down and spend some days here and find out for yourself.
I feel battered and bruised, too much sad news on my radio each morning. Shut out the world with a snooze button. Gotta be sudden, I've closed my curtain. Coping is not a word that I'd use much to describe this population. So fearful of the gunman round the corner. We're waiting up, expecting unexplained crash into our liberty. So why don't you just face your fear? Why are you so scared when hope is here? Don't you even let the thought enter into your head. It is all in control.
Our vision for Granton is that we eventually get the people in this community to own this project, and rather than us running it for them, that they'll run it for themselves. I've always thought as growing up that if I was going to do something really amazing for God in my life, that it would be quite glamorous and it would look quite good. But I've learned that the way Jesus worked when he was around was not always glamorous, and it was sometimes quite the opposite of that.
Culture, so deeply lacking truth. We need new life, we need new hope, we need new love if we're to come through this alive. So why don't you just face your fear? Why are you so scared when hope is here? Don't you even let the thought enter into your head. It is all in control, in control.
Many people have a heart for something, but they just don't know how to turn that into action. And living in a community like this, being a part of a team like this with a shared vision, they can really find a place to put their own desires, their own convictions, their own passions to see transformation in today's world.
I wouldn't want anyone to think that being on the Neo team is an easy option. The reality is you have to sacrifice a lot of things. You have to sacrifice your comfort, you have to sacrifice a lot of the things in your life that maybe you want to do.
They are the best agency working on our estate. They've not just dealt with teenagers, which is very successful, they run a youth club, but with all ages, old age pensioners, single parents. They work very closely, and I feel they are a caring group, very, very caring.